When should you live stream on your YouTube channel? So recorded videos are great for educational videos, tutorials, how-to, informative stuff. But live streams are amazing for connecting with your audience and engaging your audience. So in today's video, I'm going to show you 4 ways to maximize engagement in your live stream so that you can connect with your community. So, are you ready? Hey go-getter, it's Salma Jafri, and on this channel, I'll show you how to grow your visibility, credibility, and profitability with YouTube. So hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon, and let's begin. Now, I'm going to be using restream.io to run my live streams. And the primary reason for that is because it is browser-based and is one of the easiest ways to get started with live streaming. So I suggest that if you're new to live streaming, give restream.io a try, and I will put a link to a free 7-day trial in the description of this video. Check it out after you have watched all the live streaming tips and tricks that I have for you inside this video for maximizing your engagement so that you can connect with your community. So the number one reason why you want to connect with your community is to build a deeper relationship. And oftentimes when people start off with a live stream, the first thing you want to do is immediately get your community involved and engaging with whatever topic you're talking about. And a lot of times I find people start off with a very generic kind of, hey guys, how are you doing? Or, where are you tuning in from? And those are great for, vloggers or entertainment folks or whatever, but we're business people. And so we want to be a little bit more intentional with understanding who is tuning into our live stream. So my recommendation of starting off with building engagement into your live streams is to ask a this or that question. What is a this or that question? So a this or that question is a question that will help your audience position themselves either this way or that way. So for my audience, a typical this or that question that I like to ask is, are you thinking of starting a YouTube channel, or do you already have a YouTube channel? Now, Restream makes this so super easy to do this. So what I want to do is I want to go, so I'm inside my studio view right now, right? And I want to click on captions in the right sidebar here. And I want to type in my question. Thinking of starting one. And then the next thing you want to do is click on the add button. So now you have your question ready. So as soon as you start your live stream, you're not fumbling around and thinking, oh my God, what should I say? How do I engage my audience? You have your question ready, and Restream makes it really easy to show that caption question that you've written down by clicking on this little button over here that says show. And as soon as you click that, your caption shows on the screen. So you can add in multiple lines of text. There's primary text option here as well as secondary text. Add it in, put your brand colors in, and you have a really nice looking branded this or that question to start off your YouTube live streams with and get your audience engaged. Now, the other reason why I like doing this kind of business related question is because think about it. This is market research. You kind of get to understand where your audience is in their journey, right? So for example, if you have a fitness channel, you could ask them, do you already have a fitness routine, or are you thinking of starting one, right? Are you already exercising, or are you thinking of starting an exercise routine? So there are so many ways in so many different industries that you could use a this or that question, and putting it up on screen using Restream really makes it easy for your audience to see that question as soon as they attend the live stream or join the live stream, because people are going to be joining in at different points, and you can sort of just put this up at various intervals and get people engaging right away with a very focused question that gives you feedback on where your audience is at. And so you can tailor the rest of your live stream according to how people are answering that question. For example, if more people were telling me that they're thinking of starting, I might shift the focus of my live stream a little bit more to beginners and problems of starting, like the challenges of starting a channel, right? And so this gives me crucial data on who's tuning in and where they're at. Anytime you don't want your caption question to be showing, you just click the hide button right here and it'll go away from the screen. So the second way that I love to keep my audience engaged during a live stream is to divide my live stream into sections. And at the end of every section, I ask a question that they need to answer. And that question is, what was most valuable for you so far? And you can change this up. You can say, so what was most interesting so far? Or what are your thoughts so far on what we've talked about? Or what do you think up till this moment? Or what's your key takeaway from whatever we're talking about up until this time, right? So you can ask this question. And here's what I like to do with when people start to answer in the comment section. I like to take the comments that are coming in and then show them on screen. So you can do that easily with Restream. So every time a comment comes in, I click on the show button and I put it up on screen so that as I'm answering that comment, I am able to big up the person who is commenting. So for example, if I say, what was most valuable for you so far? And somebody says, this point, or this is the thing that I learned that was so valuable, I'm going to be like, Toby, 100%. This is such an important takeaway. And thank you for sharing that. And this is going to change the way you look at things. And so that level of engagement where you take somebody's comment using Restream, you put it up on the screen for everybody to see. So kind of you're putting that commenter, their comment, as well as the person behind that comment, almost in the spotlight, right? And you're kind of showcasing that, wow, look, this is what people are, the value that they're taking away. And I find that really, really helps to reinforce the fact that they're learning so much. They are having all of these great moments inside your live streams. And guess what that does for your future live streams? It tells people that they should tune in more often because you're delivering all these value bombs and people are finding so much value inside your comments, right? And so this is a great way to kind of spotlight and showcase the amazing audience that you have and the amazing questions and comments that are coming in. Okay, so the next way that I love to maximize connectivity and engagement with my live stream audience is to ask them to ask questions in a certain format. So oftentimes when you're doing like a Q&A live stream, questions are coming in. And oftentimes what happens is the questions are so diverse that it's really, really hard to give a very concrete answer. For example, if I were to do a live stream and say, you know what, send me all your questions. And somebody says, well, how do I grow my YouTube views? It's practically impossible to answer that in like 2 to 3 minutes, right? Because there's so much that goes into growing your views, right? So it's really, really hard. So what I like to do is tell people to structure their questions in a certain format. And this is the format I use. I tell them to state the problem and then give me 2 options. So this is the problem. Should I take option A or should I do option B? So let me give you some examples on how my community uses that. So for example, in this live stream, somebody's asking how to choose a title. A, purely TubeBuddy suggested, or B, go with clickbaitish titles. Or Toby is asking, what's more important to consider when posting on social media? Just posting on set days or posting at specific times? Or another example, how to improve my videos? Option A, improve background, or B, shorten the length of videos. Now, when people ask me questions like this, first of all, it really helps them to phrase their question. So sometimes people join in on a live stream and you tell people, you know what? Q&A is open, ask me anything, and you hear crickets, nothing. So people are like, just like, okay, what do we ask? Like they don't know what to ask. So when you give them a prompt like this, it helps them to frame their question in a way that you can really, really help them. So it increases their chances of asking you a question and your chances of being able to actually reply to that question. And again, I like to put up all the questions on the screen so that as I'm answering it, there is context on, okay, what am I asking? So I will go to Restream and pick the questions that I'm answering at that particular moment and click show and put them up on the screen. I certainly hope that you are not ending your live streams with just saying bye or like see you guys later, okay? Because that is a crucial time where you really want to engage your audience. When you're about to end your live stream, your call to action really needs to bring it all together and tell people what to do next. Don't just ever leave your audience in a lurch and them not knowing what they need to do next after watching and engaging with your live stream. So I really like having different calls to action. Download this, read this, watch this, join here, like depending on where you want them to go and what you want them to do. Now, I like the fact that you can add in so much more interactivity in your call to action during live streams. So think about this like, for example, when you have an end screen in your YouTube recorded videos. So using restream, you can have the same kind of effect. Let me show you how. So the first thing you want to do is go over to this graphics tab and then click on the overlay button here, okay? And then we're going to make our own overlay. So what you're going to do is add in that overlay once you've made it. So typically, you can do this in Canva or any graphic editing software really with a transparent background. And the next thing to do is to simply upload my overlay with my call to action. So you could create an overlay, for example, saying, start your free 7-day Restream trial today, and grab that free 7-day trial link from my description down below. I'll see you in the next one.